Hello, everybody. I am Nathan Song Snob, and you are watching Song Snob Reacts. Alright, everybody, welcome back to Song Snob. A couple of changes have occurred. So I'm finally on Amazon Kindle for my books, so you can purchase and download those to read them. They're good, I promise. Got my political channel up and running, and I may be replacing the song or the intro card very soon, doing the No Shave November. Want to see what my facial hair turns into by the end of the month. I know it's kind of an old challenge, but I'm doing it anyway. Because I don't care, really. I just want to do it. Anyway, with that being said, the lighting level in here is a little funky. You can barely see my jewelry. But there's not much I can really do about that this time of day. Anyway, without further ado, we're going to be doing Holy War by Love Bites. This has been requested to me. I'm probably going to do some more of the new Dream Theater at some point. But this is what I'm focusing on. For now, because I do requests. If you got a request, send it to me and I'll probably get to it eventually. Oh, that's too soon. See? Wasn't ready. Okay. Actually, hold on. Should have had this set up from the start. Sorry about that. Anyway, without further ado, this is Love Bites Holy War, and go. Yeah, in the distance you can hear my sister-in-law shouting at her dog. So don't mind that. Anyway, I would say this probably sounds like what Sonata Arctica would have sounded like. Sonata Arctica. If they had continued to sound the way they did on Silence for the rest of their career and had a female vocalist. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like a Silence era Sonata Arctica with the wrong vocalist. So in other words, very, very good. Some pretty solid, albeit very generic, power metal. Oh, that's a redundancy because European power metal, this style, speed-based power metal, is often very generic and self-copying. That's kind of what it's turned into over the years since it came out in like the 80s. Pretty sure it was 1987 when the genre was made official by the fandom, based on the songs of one Halloween. I should do some Halloween on here. There's some stuff of theirs I've never even heard, that I would love to react to. But suffice to say, this was pretty badass. So for some solid-ass power metal, this is like 5 out of 5, easy. 5 out of 5 on the music. But what about the lyrics to this nice little trance through the power metal sound? Trance. Sort of an obscure Anglo-French word. Basically have to do with a journey or a trip. Anyway, look at the black clouds. It's going to rain blood. People live in fear, covered in mud. Singing O Gloria to change the prophecy. We are the metal warriors. We are the metal warriors. Oh my god. Fighting the darkness for sisters. So what, like feminist power metal? Because, you know, we are the metal warriors. Oh my god, that is so fucking cheesy. I love it. So there's talk about a prophecy. That's very power metal. Yeah, the rhyme scheme seems pretty okay. Seems pretty okay. It's alright. There's a thousand of evils. Hush, do not wake up, Satan's devils. Singing hallelujah to save our majesty. We are the metal warriors fighting the darkness for brothers. Okay, so it's not necessarily like strictly fighting for sisters. It's for everybody. They're just going to mention each individual group. So there's a thousand of evils. I'm assuming you have to repeat 1,000. You have to say it twice to fit with the melody better. It's like, hush, do not wake up Satan's devils. Singing hallelujah to save our majesty. Wait, you just said hush, but also singing hallelujah. You can't be hushed and singing hallelujah at the same time. That's sort of a contradiction in terms. Hush, sing hallelujah. That's like Mo Howard and the Three Stooges. Hey, wake up and go to sleep. You know? But, you know, we are the metal warriors. We don't have to make sense. Shining blade and burning heart, into the gates of hell we march. Ooh, immortal soul, let there be light, into the eye of heaven. Eagles at a holy war, fly higher than the sun. Fly as high as the sun! Sorry. I apparently briefly thought I was Bruce Dickinson. Sorry about that. We are one for all and all for one at forevermore. I knew that was going to be in there somewhere. Frickin' generic power metal lyrics with the like Three Musketeer quotes. Kingdom of heaven, never shall we fall. Reincarnation, wait for your call. You're talking about heaven and God and Satan, and yet you talk about reincarnation? What the fuck? Singing a Gloria to change the prophecy. We hear the metal. You know, this almost feels like they're just kind of picking words because they sound cool. Kind of like not really word salad because they make sense in a structure for the most part. But I don't think they're really achieving any sort of overall coherent meaning. I think they're just picking words to sound cool. Morning star and dying moon, into the gates of hell we march. Mighty soul, let there be hope. Into the eye of heaven, eagles at a holy war, fly higher than the sun. Stand up in the name of God, in the name of the God of heavy metal. Oh my god. So cheesy. I love it. Oh my god, the cheese. The cheese. Just injected into my veins. What do we live for? What do we fight for tonight? But the world is beautiful, worth fighting for. Only have one thing on our mind. Facing the fate, holy war. Singing Hallelujah to save our majesty. We're the metal warriors, fighting the darkness for brothers. Shining blade and burning heart, into the gates of hell we march. Blah, blah, blah. What do we live for? What do we fight for tonight? But the world is beautiful, worth fighting for. Only have one thing on our mind. So it's basically just another power metal song about fighting the fight and warriors. So yeah, it's very juvenile and cheesy and childish. So very power metal. I would honestly, therefore, rank this at like 3 out of 5 lyrically. I've probably heard about 1,000 songs just like this one. I mean, if you like Love Bites and think they're really awesome, that's cool, good for you, but, like, they're not really bringing anything to the table that I haven't heard before. Or really anyone who's ever really been into power metal for a significant amount of time. I honestly feel like some people, if power metal were to suddenly change or be different, I think they would have an objection. It's like, no! It must stay the same. It must be always the same. Always power metal. You know? Musically, this is fantastic. But lyrically, this is just generic shit. Sorry. That's just how it be. And while the lyrics work together in a sentence, conceptually, they don't quite work, mentioning sort of hallelujah, heaven, hell, devil, God, blah, 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 but also mentioning reincarnation. And it doesn't really conjure up any sort of coherent image beyond maybe heroic warriors gathering at a portal to heaven or something. So yeah, this was terribly generic. But the cheesiness, I gotta love the cheesiness. So yeah, there you go. That was Love Bites Holy War. Was actually quite nice. I'll probably do some more of them in the future. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But yeah, there's your generic power metal quota. Anyway, tschüss. Peace.